if you were president, this issue with Julian Assange, he's in Belmarsh. We do not, I personally, as an Assange activist, I do not want him to be extradited back to the United States because I think that is going to be a death sentence for him. What would you do in reference to the issue with Julian Assange? Would you free Julian Assange on day one?
Pardon immediately. Snowden, 2. Mumia Abu-Jamal, 2. Minnie, Leonard, the whole, we can go right across the down. Sada Shakur, come on home, sister. Come on home, if you want to. If you want to, you see. And I say that in the name of truth and justice. People say, oh, Brother West doing that because he's got a black bias or a bias toward indigenous people. Well, I do love them, but no, I'm talking about those who've been treated unjustly, those who've been incarcerated unjustly. H. Rap Brown right now in Arizona, who's Iman Amin now. There's a whole host of them. It wouldn't be just black folk. There's a whole host of political prisoners in the history in jail right now who should never have been there, who ought to be released immediately. Now, I know that's going to create all kind of mess. And I'm going to tell them, that's right. I'm a funk master. I ain't going to deodorize, sanitize, or sterilize any of these policies. This is looked at from the vantage point of the suffering of poor and working people whose heroes are often unjustly incarcerated and have to pay a price beyond measure. And the least I could do if I got access to power is to give them a few years so they could spend time with their loved ones. Give them a few years of what it's like to get outside of that prison. When I saw Brother Mumia Abu-Jamal, me and Brother Chris Hedges went there and spent 7 hours with him with the great James Cone, the founder of Black Liberation Theology. He was a freer man on death row than many folk walking the streets freely. That's the kind of spiritual strength he had. And he still had love in his heart, deep love in his heart, just like Emmett Till's mama. I don't have a minute to hate. I'll pursue justice for the rest of my life. That's what's still in the heart and soul of Mumia Abu-Jamal. It's Julian and Ed Snowden and the others who reveal so many of the war crimes of the American empire. They ought to be acknowledged as those who've contributed to truth and justice. They ought not to be marginalized and demonized the way the corporate media and other elites do that.
That's right.